gonna show you how to create a certain type of bridal updo. I'll insert a picture, and it's also the picture that's in the thumbnail. And I'm gonna show you guys my way of how I'm doing this without extensions, because Sarah's got enough hair for it. And I'm also gonna be using limited heat for this hairstyle. So I'm not a professional like hair teacher or anything, so I don't know any technical terms or whatever. This is like my first updo tutorial, so bear with me, but I'm going to show you guys how I do this. So I've already parted her hair. Basically, I've taken out the front sections, and I just start with the middle part, but I am going to be doing a side part on her, so it doesn't really matter that it's not perfect. And then I take out the crown section, which is this. This is where she's going to have that bump. And then the rest of the hair I put into a nice sleek ponytail, and I made sure to hairspray all the little flyaways because you don't want any flyaways. And this is the hair that's gonna make that bun in the background. So I'm also gonna be using hair padding, which I have a video where I show you guys how to make your own hair padding, and I'll link that video down below. I'm also gonna show you guys how to insert flowers into this hairstyle. I'll show you guys how I'm gonna put in the bussa. So this tutorial is gonna be very informative, so keep on watching. All right, so these are probably the hair pieces I'm gonna use. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this one, but if I need extra volume, then I'm gonna use this one. But I've got 3 sizes, and I've made these myself. This one, the long one, which I showed you guys how to make, is gonna go up top right here. This is gonna be for the bump, the volume on the top, and this is usually what the dupatta is pinned into. The round one's gonna be pinned back here, and that's what's gonna make the base for the bun in the back. So I'm gonna show you guys how to put these in. It's super easy. All right, so we're gonna make our little bump it area first. I don't know what it's called, so I'm just gonna call it a bump it area. The bump, the poof. We call it the auntie poof sometimes, because auntie, I love that auntie poof on top of their head. So I'm just gonna let down this hair. This is just a way, we're not using this hair yet. So what I like to do is kind of take out the sides. So like that, because right now I'm just going to be using hair from this section right here. So I'm going to clip these away so they don't get in our way. Also, I want to put out there that these hairstyles take practice. Like, they're definitely not a beginner hairstyle or anything. This is more advanced bridal updo. So if you're not a hairstylist or have never taken a hair course, this is going to be a little hard for you to follow on. But if you do already do hair, then this might help you out. Just going to grab some more hair from the ponytail that I should have taken out before. If your client, or it's actually hard to do this on yourself. I never do updos on myself because I can never see what's going on back there. But yeah, if your client's hair isn't long enough, like the hair from back here, you can always put in extensions, but Sarah's got enough hair that I don't need extensions. So from this area of hair, I'm just gonna take a section from the back. So I'll turn her this way so you guys can see what I mean. Like, I'm just gonna put my comb in here and just take out a section. About that much. And clipping the hair away that you're not using. Is that okay if I let it hang there? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna take this hair now, and I'm gonna tease it all the way to the top. I'm using a boar bristle teasing brush. This is what it looks like. You can find it almost anywhere in any beauty supply store. I think Walmart carries them too. So if your hair stands up like this on its own without hairspray, you know you did a great job teasing. I'm just gonna do the ends a little bit more. And now I'm gonna go in and hairspray this. The hairspray I'm using today is the Tresemme number 5 and the Redken 23. At the end of this hairstyle, I'm also gonna be using the Joico Firm Hold Joy Mist Firm. I'm also going to be using this glossing polish by Joico as well. So I'm going to go in and take a hairspray. And then I'm just gonna take my hands and I'm gonna spread this. So this really teased section of hair is what I'm gonna use to cover this little hair padding, okay? I've had Sarah turn her head back so you guys can see what's going on, but along here, I'm just gonna put in some bobby pins. I'm gonna cross pin them, and that's what you're gonna pin this piece into. So you guys will like see me doing it. Once you see me doing it, you'll kind of get more of an understanding of exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna take some pins, put them along this area. Let me know if I'm hurting you. You can talk.
Oh no, I'm chilling.
Am I hurting you?
No.
So I hope you guys can see that. Cross pinning means just making a little X with the bobby pins. They should cross each other at one point. And I'm just gonna put them all along here. This is gonna make sure that your hairpiece is really strongly secure, because if it's not secure properly, chances are it might shift, and then the dupatta is gonna shift with it as well, and you don't want that happening, especially on your wedding day. That would suck. Imagine your hairstyle falling apart and then your dupatta falls off too at the gurdwara. That would totally suck, right, Sarah?
Yeah. Biggest fear.
Biggest fear, right? You sure I'm not hurting you?
Yeah.
Always ask your client if you're hurting them or not, because you might be poking at their scalp too hard, right? You don't want that happening. And you don't have to do this, but I like to go in and hairspray where I put those pins in. I don't know why, I just feel like it keeps them in a little bit more secure. All right, so we're gonna take back that piece of hair that's teased and looks like a bird's nest on top of your head. She's gonna hate me after this. Have fun washing this out.
Ooh, conditioner.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is gonna take this hair, and I'm gonna take this hair padding, and I'm just gonna wrap it around that hair piece and roll downwards. Get it? And it's okay if these ends aren't covered, because you're gonna use this hair and you can spread it. You have this hair in these sections that I took out, and we're gonna use that to tease and bring back and cover this and make it look nice and smooth. So just keep watching and you guys will slowly start to understand what I'm doing. If you could put your head up, thank you. So I'm gonna take bobby pins now and just bobby pin this into the pins that are already placed on her head. So now I can let go of it, and I've only put in about 4 bobby pins and it's not moving anywhere. But I'm gonna put in way more. Even though this is just a tutorial and she's not actually heading to her wedding right now, I'm still gonna make sure it's pretty secure, because I wanna show you guys how you guys can make this super secure. So I'm just gonna spread this hair a little bit just to cover more of that hair piece, but it really doesn't matter if it isn't. And I'm gonna go in and spray. So I know this looks really weird on her head and just looks lopsided and weird, but I promise you it's not. I'm gonna turn it this way so you guys can see what it looks like so far. These sides look a little extra dramatic right now, but they're gonna be covered. So if you wanted even more height up here, you would take another hair piece, not so big, but a little one, and you can pin it right here. So at this point, you're gonna have this action going on, okay? So now I'm gonna show you guys how to cover that up and make a nice smooth bump around that. So I'm gonna be starting with one side. So remember I took those sides out? That's what they're for. So I'm just gonna take a section from the back of this, And I'm just gonna tease it. I'm not gonna tease it all the way. I'm probably just gonna tease it till about here. Give that a spray. And then spread with your hands. Now you can use heat if you want to. I'm not gonna use much, but I'm just gonna use a little bit so you guys can see. Say your client has like super curly frizzy hair. Our hair is like a couple days straightened, so that's why I don't need much heat. But if you wanted to, you could. So from the front, there's that piece teased. Spray it. And you're just gonna take it towards the back. And you're gonna start to cover the hair padding. So I'm just gonna pin it back here. I'm also gonna tell you guys a little secret. If your bride wants flowers in her hair, like back here or on the bun, you don't have to be very neat with this area right here because it's gonna get covered with flowers. So I'm gonna take another section from this side and you're just gonna keep taking sections, teasing and covering the hair padding. You want the top of this bump to be completely smooth. You don't want to see any teasing. So I'm going to leave this one for the last. I'm going to take a section from this middle one now and start covering this bump. So don't worry about these pins showing here. Like I said, they're gonna get covered up with flowers. If your bride isn't wearing flowers in her hair, then you gotta be a little bit more careful about where you're placing these and kind of hiding them in a way. But anyways, so we have all this hair, these ends of hair that are from this hair up here. I'm not gonna use this hair, so I just like to hide it. So what I do is I kind of just wrap it around this ponytail and I'm just gonna pin it. And you're not gonna see this because it's gonna get covered with a hair piece. So I'm just gonna hide this hair. Just gonna go in and pin it randomly. Am I hurting you? Okay, so now I'm gonna be attaching the round hairpiece, but before I do that, I'm also gonna place cross pin bobby pins all along here. I'm gonna take this hairpiece, the round one, and I'm gonna place it like so. And I'm just gonna pin it. And then we're gonna take this hair and cover that hair piece. So I'm gonna pin the hair piece in first. once that hair piece is in securely, you're gonna start taking pieces from your ponytail. You can use heat on this part if you want, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit of curl to this piece. I'm using a Babyliss curling iron if anyone's wondering. It's a 1-inch barrel. I'm just gonna give that a spray. And to help smooth away flyaways, I'm going to be using the Joico glossing polish now. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this piece and basically every piece that I'm gonna use to cover this bun. So I'm gonna be taking this piece and I'm just gonna cover this side. Just bring it up and cover this side, like so. And I'm gonna pin it up here. For this part of the bun, I like to use these kind of pins, the U-shaped pins. And then you're just gonna take the end and just use that to cover this hair padding. So you're just gonna take sections from this ponytail and just pin them up, just like so, and you're gonna cover this whole bun with this hair. And like I said, if you don't have enough hair, you can use hair extensions. So I'm just gonna go and do that, and then I'll show you guys how to do the front and how to clip in the flowers. So this is what the hair looks like so far. We basically have our bun. And then I'll spin her this way so you guys can get an idea. Now you guys might think like this is smooth, but if this was a real bride, it would be way smoother. I would have like made sure it's absolutely perfect. But basically all we have left now is the front. And if you have a middle part, you can do a middle thing. But I tend to do a middle part a lot on a lot of my brides because they wear like a dicka, and I have a lot of pictures on my Instagram of middle parts, but I've never shown this hairstyle with a side part. I think I did once, I did on one of my brides, but we're gonna do side part because we're gonna put in a bossa. So what side do you usually part your hair on?
This way.
So going that way? Okay, so I'm gonna go in and part your hair. So I'm just gonna take this, tease it at the root, and pin it towards the back like so. Close your eyes. Now, another fun fact, well, it's not a fun fact, but if this was a bride, I would have gotten her to shield her face, or I would have shielded her face for her, but it's just Syra, so it's all good. And plus, you're using your hand anyways. We've already come to the conclusion we're gonna like probably die from hairspray fumes one day anyways, so. Alright, so I just went And I tease this hair at the root, and then I put in the curling one, and I just let it cool down top of her head. So I'm just gonna release it now before I style it. These ones I didn't even pin, they were just chilling up top. You're done, just kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna take some hairspray. I'm gonna spray at these roots. You might wanna cover your forehead. All right, so her updo is basically done. I'm just gonna give her a spin. And then I'm gonna show you guys again, right up here, you can see some little ends sticking out, some bobby pins, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna use flowers to cover this up. Now, if your bride or your client doesn't have fresh flowers, you can also use silk flowers. Now, you can buy an actual bloom of flowers like this from Michael's. You just need pliers and you just ply them off. So I'll just do one on camera for you guys. Sorry, you can catch it when it falls. So just show it to them. So then it looks like this, and it still has like the stem on it. Now if you really wanted to, you could super glue like some wiring onto it, so that's easier for you to stick the wiring into the bun. But honestly, you can just use bobby pins. So I'm just gonna put these around the bun. It's gonna make it look 10 times better. Actually, we're gonna use this one because this one looks and feels more real. Feel it. Doesn't it feel like it's real?
Yeah.
It's so weird, right? You can just hide that and no one's even gonna know those pins are there once you put the flowers in. So I had to charge my battery for a bit in between. Don't worry, I didn't add any more flowers. I saved it for you guys. But I did have Sarah put on some earrings and red lipstick to make this more bridal. So let's pop in some more flowers. So that was super easy, and the hairstyle just looks so much better now, doesn't it? It looks amazing. And I'm gonna put in her bossa now too. So for those of you who don't know, I used to have an old YouTube channel that I don't use anymore, but on that channel, I actually have 2 videos. One on how to put a tikka on, which Sarah's in. It was like one of our first YouTube videos, and it's actually hilarious to watch. And then there was another one that I made on my little like hair mannequin, and that one I showed how to put on a mathabadi, a bossa, and a tikka. And a bossa is also known as a jummer, if in case you guys are wondering. But this one matches the earrings, and the earrings and this bossa are from India Trend, and they sent it to me, so we're gonna use this. But I just want to show you guys, on the back of the bossa, most of them have this little like a hook, I guess you would call it. So they have a hook. So what I like to do is I like to take a long bobby pin and put it through that hook. So now this is like hanging, right? There's different ways I can attach this bossa, but for her hairstyle today, I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna close the little hook right here. I'm just gonna squeeze it shut. And I'm gonna place this bossa and see whereabouts on her forehead we want this. Just look into that. I think that's about good. So I have this bobby pin here. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna shove it into this, like see where we have this volume? Could you try that for me? Into this bump. I'm gonna shove the bobby pin into the bump. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Just put her back up. And it's pretty secure, but say if it was her wedding and she's going to Gurdwara, every time she would bend over to Matha take, it might slide out. So to prevent that from happening, you're gonna take another bobby pin and you're gonna cross pin that. And cross pinning always locks the bobby pins in place and they won't move. So I'm just gonna take another one, just put your head down. And just cross pin that. For the sake of this tutorial, you guys are able to see, put your head down, where those bobby pins are, but you don't want it to be seen when you're doing a bride. So when you're doing a bride, you would just push it all the way in so you don't see the bobby pins, because it's not gonna look nice when she gets her pictures and stuff taken in the morning. So I'm gonna just adjust this. You can put more pins in through these little holes, the links. You can also glue this a little bit to your forehead, but there's really no point today because, like I said, it's not actually her wedding. Glue, you would use eyelash glue because it's tacky. You'd apply it on this side, flip it over, apply some glue, let it get a little tacky for like maybe 30 seconds, and then press down, right? And then it's not gonna move, but you can let go. Here's a full bridal hairstyle with bossa and flowers. So let me know what you guys thought of this tutorial, if it was helpful. Like I said, it's my first one, so bear with me. I hope I did a good job. I hope some of you at least learned something. And yeah, comment down below if you'd like to see another hairstyle or if you want to see another bridal updo. And yeah, Sarah, do you have anything to say? Do you feel like it's your wedding?
Yeah, I actually.
Oh wait, I forgot to show them the dupatta. I'm not done. I totally forgot to show you.
I was just about to tell you that.
I already have a video on how to pin a dupatta, so I'll link that down below too. But I'm just going to show you how this looks with a dupatta on. So Ravina, you want to pass me the dupatta? Okay. So the whole point of this volume up here, so just put your head down. Just make sure. This is just like a little tiny like little kid dupatta. I don't even know where it came from. Someone left it in my studio. And put your head back. So I'll take my bobby pin box from you. So say we pin this here, but put your head down. You need this volume here for this dupatta to sit on top of. So you would just put in pins through here. Like I said, I already have a video explaining all this, so please go take a look at that video. I'll link it down below. Put your head back up. And most dupattas, if they're net, it's really nice because you can still see the flowers through the dupatta. So yeah, that concludes my video. This is my bride. Now we know what Sarah's gonna look like on her wedding day. You're acting all shy, like you're a shy bride all of a sudden. Anyways, alright guys, we will see you in our next video. Comment down below what other videos you'd like to see, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And yeah, I hope we weren't that bad at explaining this. So I'm trying my best. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!